that bang is hitting hard tonight. I don't know if it's just because maybe a little under the weather, but I felt the beat. It's like, oh man, I need surround sound system and some subs, woofers and everything else going on. That thing was a banger.
You thought you was at Hammer Jacks again, didn't you?
What you talking about? What you know about the Jacks? We found out you was over there sliding on down the street. Mm-hmm. I know about Dream too, so don't think I can't take you back to that. Remember Dream? Everybody at the zone. We going to Dream tonight? You going to Dream?
That DC Live.
Yeah. Shout out to Karima. Remember? Well, I don't know. She was a host, so I don't know. She spent most of the time upstairs. You were in the middle part. But Karima and her twin sister. She gonna hate me because I can't remember her name. It'll come back to me. But shout out to my hug girlfriend Karima. What up, girl? Hopefully your life has been good. Hello,
Raj checking in early. The advocate sumo. Oh,
happy belated birthday once again.
Yes. Mr. William Thompson, Raj, had his birthday back on the 25th. I was happy to be in his presence for that during his family reunion. It happened the same day, and we all had a good time. We had a very good time.
James, you sound like an old man. We had a good time. Yeah.
Man. Everything that happens on the farm stays on the farm.
Make it sound like we was trying to do something, man, but by about 7:30, we was going to bed. That's what it sounded like.
Not too much of a lie going on in that sentence, you know.
When the light go down, it's time to go sleep. We tired.
Yeah. Well, in that particular situation, that I can agree to that. That was the case. Yes.
There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and marks alike, we are your Saturday Night Wrestlemaniacs. Welcome once again. We just got finished, believe it or not, doing a really nice television side of things. So we are backed up in all the chicanery that we normally like to bring out on the streaming side. So I have no idea where we're going to start. I have no idea where we're going to end up at, but I can tell you one thing. There may be place for MFs in this.
And I have a place for us to start.
You got a place for us to start? Well, we didn't get there yet. I gotta do the salutations and say welcome. Nubian Sumo.
I'm just saying.
The big guy KG is over there. Welcome. Hello. Make sure y'all feel a part of the team. Raj is here, so we got a family atmosphere. Now you can go ahead and tell us where you want us to go.
First of all, what I need you to do is put up our promo code.
Oh,
because there has been
skinnyhose.com.
No, not that one. You save that one for your OnlyFans foot page.
Shoot, I'm trying to get some OnlyFans. God dang, I need some of that Macy Esquire, or Lacey Evans, as she was known as.
I'm proud to state and announce at this time that Fort Mose has put out an announcement that they are now available not only in Total Wine, but now they are also available at Ruth Chris steak restaurants.
Oh man!
So the word is getting out about Fort Mose, and we need for y'all to get on the bandwagon too. So
hey man, we need them to send us some samples. We've been putting them over how many months now? How many months?
It's been a while.
Fort Mose.
They'll catch up at some point. They're gonna catch up to us.
We putting you over for real. We really putting you over. We Sexy Red putting you over. You know what I'm saying? We ski in. We ski in. We doing all that, putting you over.
Buy.com/discount/maniacs to get on their website. Use our promo code to get 10% off.
Yeet.
Also get 2 bottles and get free shipping.
Yeet.
Pretty well. I've had some shipped here, and I need to make another order myself. So go ahead and get a hold of that promo code, get that discount. And if you want to try it out before you can actually go to Ruth Chris, get you a nice steak, and have you a glass of Fort Mose whiskey, and then come on home and buy you a bottle.
Yeet, skirt, skirt, ski, yeet, yeet, yeet. God dang, that was long, James. I was trying to hold all that in. Shit. God damn, I only can do but so much. Woo! So, that's some good news, though. You know, they're branching out. Hopefully, you know, we like to believe that we are influencers. I don't know if people really want to follow what the hell we're saying. However, we have been pushing that Black French for quite some time. There you go. Yeet, ski, wee, ski, yee, shubity, doobity, doobity, and all that.
I told you about that. Stop.
Hey, man, I'm trying. It rolls off the tongue, okay? I didn't heard it too much. It's hard. I don't know how she does it. God dang. Fuck. You like the daggone Divine Nine Police rolling up over there.
I ain't trying to have nobody pulling up on me talking about what y'all talking about and
I'm
why.
G5G, motherfucker. G5G. That's where you want to be. G5G.
Okay. You know there is an actual G5G, right?
I hope they.
So you stop that.
That's a BS.
Groove 5 Groove Fraternity Incorporated. Yes. Shouts out to the. Yes, and then sister sorority Swing 5 Swing. Yes.
Oh,
did not know that.
You can get up on that, y'all.
Yes.
I'm trying to be a Gamite. I'm old now, so I ain't got time for all that Big Brother Almighty. Can't call no dude that, though, for real. I'm just saying. And what was the other one? Big Brother Smooth. What was it? Smooth Daddy?
What?
Well, from School Days, it was Big Brother Almighty. That was Giancarlo Esposito. And then Big Brother Smooth something.
Big Brother Almighty.
Yeah, that was. I said that when I read. That was Giancarlo Esposito. But then you also had the other brother. Go watch it again when they on the line. When Spike's on the line, there's somebody smooth something. I just can't remember what it is. Maybe in the comments we'll find out. Somebody may have just watched School Days not too long ago.
Right. Thank you, Rod.
Yeah, that's what I said. We know Almighty, but there's a smooth somebody. KG, where you at? Look that up. Big Brother Smooth something. What's the rest of it? You muted.
You on mute.
I said I'm on it. I'm on it now.
All right. So while he's on that, we're about to jump on some battling words that Sumo wanted to get into during a TV show, because Sexy Red was out there, you know what I'm saying, making it clap like Sean Nepal. Sound old when we be like referencing that's like Sean Nepal. But she was out there making it clap. But the Sumo believes that there was some better contenders out there for the Cheek of NXT award. So who else would you like to put up against Sexy Red for putting in that twerk work at NXT?
Come on now. Jada Parker? Lash Legend? Lola Vice? Come on, man.
I'm not saying anything.
What was okay, being that you're the WWE mark, who was the girl that was on WWE back in the day that had the mess on her face and
that was Jillian Hall. Jillian Hall.
She was the black version of Jillian Hall. What was that crap that was on her face? Was that a tattoo?
I don't know. I don't follow.
Somebody slapped shit out of her. What was that on her face?
KG, we need a stand-in. KG,
come out and off her face.
Where KG at? Where Dario at? Get him on the thing. He know that's his drum. That's his generation. See, wife got me a shirt. Just remind me. There's no D in it. You know what I'm saying? I just got the Generation X. What kind of shit is this?
Because you are Gen X.
I know, right? That's tragic right there.
It's like me.
Wait, where Dario at? That's his girl. That's his.
He said, "No, it ain't." He said,
get Dario, get on the show. We need you to talk about what's on her face and why everybody be going crazy about the sexy red.
Hold on.
Yeah, explain your generation, sir.
That's their pick. It's like the draft or something. Jen, what gen is he? Dario, what gen are you?
No, I don't. I'm not with that generation. I'm in my own generation.
You can't claim see, that's the problem. All these pronouns, and now they got different generations.
He's Gen Z. He's too young to be Gen Alpha, so he's Gen Z.
No, I'm not with the generation. I'm not with Sexy Red. I got my own music that I listen to. I don't listen to whatever that is.
All right, which cheeks are you claiming then, Dario? You on the show now? Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Dario. You know we're gonna negatively affect the next generation by what we talk about. So, which cheeks are you claiming? If it's not Sexy Red.
Just not Sexy Red. Just not this generation. I don't know.
What's that? The King Kong girl, Glorilla?
No. I told you nothing now. Nothing. Just nothing.
Nothing current.
No.
What you going back? I'm sorry.
Oh, so
you go ahead. You claiming Erykah Badu?
Yeah, just not now. Just nothing irritating. You know.
Okay. Who else was looking like they was walking on too bad? Well, you should have said Serena Williams, young man. That should be the first name out your mouth.
I wasn't.
No, don't say it now. KG, train these kids up right. See, that's the problem. She retired, and then nobody even thinking about it right now. I tell you, you know what? You know who you need to follow, young man. You go ahead after your dad gets back in. You need to go ahead on one hand, take a look at Angela Simmons, and on the other hand, take a look at Vanessa Simmons and understand why we got the Run DMCs and the Russell Simmons and all that stuff. God dang. Go ahead. Angela Simmons and Vanessa Simmons. Grown woman and about your age. You know what I'm saying? Your mama may not like that. Hide the lotion. Trying to protect the kids. We're doing our public service. KG, you can come back.
Such negative influence. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry, Dario. You had to endure that. I'm sorry.
What? I just wanted to know. We asking the ones that are making the decisions about your Social Security. Well, you good though. I mean, you've been social and secure for a long time. God dang. Jesus. They pay.
I am not. You need to stop.
You're the last person that got the 48 acre and a mule.
I ain't got mine yet. I'm still working on mine. So yeah.
KG.
All right.
Catching any of that, KG? James was talking crazy. He was laying down some facts though.
I did. I did. I got what I needed for y'all.
Don was over here negatively your child. That's what he was doing.
What you talking about? That's a grown boy right there.
You got to realize.
Tell him nothing that he hasn't already seen on Grand Theft Auto.
You got to realize though, when it comes to music,
that's true.
Dario,
that's true. Yeah.
Dario is a Ice Cube NWA kid.
Oh, you like the exhibition? We're gonna talk about exhibition and them.
No. Keep your shirt on.
No. All right then. I'm saying, I'm trying to get my Rod Pimp exhibition.
He loves, real music. I raise these kids right. But you ask the question. Of course, you have Dean, Big Brother Almighty. You got Big Brother X-Ray Vision.
Right.
You also have Big Brother Dr. Feel Good.
Yeah.
You got Big Brother Chucky, Big Brother General George Patton.
Right.
And I think that's everybody. And
maybe I was thinking about Doc Feel Good and thinking about that, but close enough. If you haven't watched School Days, go watch that. And then after that, watch High Learning. So after you want to do some black on black crime, then you could go ahead and look at it on the other side and want to go choke a Republican. So not saying that you should do that, but that's the emotion that those two movies will make you want to do, especially High Learning. I saw that in theaters and I'm looking around like, you shouldn't be in here for real.
No. See, High Learning, I watched High Learning at home. And at that time, I was a huge Tyra Banks fan. Like, I had Tyra Banks everything all over my wall. When that scene hit, I was more angry that it was her. I was like, somebody got to fight me.
That cast was epic, though. Shout out to Lawrence Fishburne for yelling "Wake up!" I know. I hope he did that in one take, because Morpheus looked, man, that was rough. Great movie though, but you can't watch that much. Dario, go watch those 2 movies, and after that, watch Amistad. Then you really gonna want to choke a. Well, just stay away from my girls that be in the intro. They're innocent bystanders and they work for free.
He has watched Rosewood.
Oh, okay. That's
okay. I can't watch Rosewood.
Really? Why not?
As soon as I finished watching Rosewood, I went and bought a gun.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing with Glory. You watch Glory, it's like, man, yeah, first I want to kill all y'all. But then after that, well, he died too. It's kind of hard. It's like, that's Ferris Bueller. Man, I want to whoop his ass. But man, that's Ferris Bueller. But at the end, he redeemed himself. He died. Shout out to Matthew Broderick. Y'all know it's a wrestling show, right?
It is. Now, we were talking about Sexy Red on NXT. Here's the thing. And I agree with Raj. Raj is like, her ass ain't cute. Yes. Raj, you're absolutely right. You could have picked anybody else to be on NXT. I said it on
let the girl do her thing.
Somebody said it in the comments. Here's the thing. This is what I hate. When you bring somebody that's a quote unquote mainstream artist to wrestling, and it's, oh, well, she made the show better. No. NXT was great without her. Didn't need her to make it great. She just pushed the ratings a little bit because she opened the door to untapped eyes. Okay, cool, fine. Fuck it. All right. But when it makes it to the shade room and people like, oh, like the whole Nia Jax thing when she yelled at Jade Cargill's daughter and that made it to the shade room. Oh, why is she yelling at her like that? She should be ashamed of herself. Do you not know what the fuck kayfabe is? If you do not, don't speak on things that you don't know.
Preach.
If you ain't you think that to her daughter before that match happened?
That's my whole thing.
No.
She was in on it.
That was too. That either she is about to go and upstage Northwest and sing as Simba on the Lion King at the Hollywood Bowl, or that was organic. Come on, man. That was too rich. She came up there because her mama was there. She was in the front row, like she normally is. It's not like there's something different. She's normally there with her dad or somebody sitting in the front row. She got up and got close. And her mom was like, I'm okay. Because come on now. Oh, first and foremost, happy belated birthday, Nia Jax. 40 looks great on you. 39 next year is going to look even better. I was going to say it, but I'm surprised either one of y'all said it. I was waiting to see.
You interrupted him. He was about to say something. And you interrupted him. See?
Oh man, I was like, wait a minute, nobody chopped it. I gave you the alley-oop.
I was gonna give him the floor. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
The alley-oop was right there. Come on now. You know what?
You interrupted him.
Back to jump zone, KG. All you had to say was, I would look better on top. That's all you had to say.
And look, I was gonna say something, but
whole moment.
You kept running your cocksucker.
See, why we gotta go there, Grandpa?
Ooh,
I'm sitting here being nice to you. I recognized you as, what I'm saying, a modern individual, including you in with all the sexy red talk. We're not talking about how you came out of the Paleontonic era, whatever it's called. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, way back in the day, like time travel back in the day.
I know a whole bunch of cave women that look way better than her.
I bet you probably took a boulder and knocked them out too.
I take one of them crackhead skinny things you be putting on the show every week before I take Sexy Red.
But wait, that what? See, everybody talking about that.
Are you claiming one of my girls?
No, in no way, shape, and or form. I'm just saying, if I had a choice between Sexy Red and one of your 304s, I'm gonna take one of your 304s.
You know what? I'm trying to get an AOA. Just they're expensive. You know how expensive it is. You got to pay them per cheek. You know, to be dancing on the videos and stuff. That's a lot. We could barely afford you.
Here's the thing. Everybody.
That's the damn truth.
You know what I'm saying? We like the college athlete. Who do you think is going to show up at the draft, cuz?
Whoever I get an NIL to.
We know who's going to show up. Like, it's going to be mama, daddy, and hey, Amber. You know, that's what it's going to be. That's what we got.
As messed up as that is, that's damn true.
Yeah, it is. It is.
As messed up as it is, that is the way of the world at this point. Unfortunately, it is what it is.
I'll say this. Say it again, Raj. You gotta be two something before we can do something. You goddamn right.
That's why there's three of them. You got three somethings. You put them all together, and you got OnlyFans.
Nah, bro. Here's the thing. You talk about, everybody's been talking about Sexy Red on NXT. And I told my wife, I said, they're going to intertwine her with Trick Williams and Lash Legend. And she going to come and disrupt that little thing they got on. She didn't disrupt it. So I'm glad for that because I like what they got going. But that wasn't even the pop of the night.
I was going to segue to it, but I'm glad you're there.
Jordan Grace showed up on NXT, but Jonathan Gresham thought she went to the store. He said, I thought you said you was going to the store. I love it. I love the tweet. I loved it. But, yeah. And she's booked for a match. Champion versus champion.
Hey, man, did you deliver to her house once?
Champion versus champion?
Yeah, go ahead, take a sip. You got a flashback.
Hey, I met Gresham, man, so I'm always happy about that shit. I met Gresham.
You sitting there like, here's this, what was that, Jack and Jill? What was it? Is it Adam and Eve? No, that's what it was. Delivering that Adam and Eve package.
Nah, man, you come through the joint, and it was just a bunch of stuff, and I knocked on the door because I didn't want to leave all of it at the door. He opened the door, and I was like, and I couldn't go off because I'm at work. So I couldn't go off. But I was like, oh my God. First thing I did was hit y'all. I was like, Gresham just opened the door. Gresham, he cool as fuck.
He just opened the door after realizing his ring camera went off 15 times, trying to figure out who the hell was running and wandering around the house. Like, we're going to catch this goddamn going started.
That's fine. But
you're just like, why you look familiar?
Because I do. But shout out to Gresham. Absolute class act, man. Outside of the ring, inside the ring. I was already a fan, but then I woke him up out of a nap. He was like, no, it's cool. And I was telling him, hey, I didn't want to leave all this stuff out here. It's a lot of stuff. I don't want nobody taking nothing. And he said, no, it's cool. Cooler than the other side of the pillow. Like,
shout out Stuart Scott. What's up, Stuart Scott?
Yes,
rest in peace.
Gresham, like, my God, like, he's the type of dude that you can have as a neighbor and just be like, hey, man, I seen what you did the other night, but that's not even what you talk about. You just talk about life with him. That's how cool he is. That's how cool he comes off as.
Is he going to be cool knowing how much you said about his wife?
It was before it was his wife. Come on, stop it.
Oh, okay. It was free reign when before the ring. You put a ring on it, it's off limits now, huh? Hey, you had to change jobs.
Hey, I got a gimmick to upkeep. Leave me alone. I got a job to do. But shout out to George
to the next one.
Jonathan Gresham, man. Absolute. I love where you're going. I love what you're doing. And now my dream is coming true because it seems like WWE is trying to peek open and push that forbidden door open a little bit more and start doing something.
Well, no, it's not called the forbidden door. Sumo, what is it called for this little situation?
Oh well, it's pretty much the same. I mean, it's almost like calling a Band-Aid a Band-Aid. I mean, Band-Aid is a brand, but it applies to all adhesives, adhesive bandages. So it is what it is. It's the forbidden door, and it only gets deeper from here because it's already been announced. Okay, whatever. You're an ass, I swear. You are such an ass. Anyway, it's already been announced that Jordan Grace is supposed to be wrestling somebody she doesn't know about at the next TNA pay-per-view. So could it be Roxanne getting her receipt? Could it be somebody else coming through? You've also got a Twitter war or X war, however you want to put it, going on between Moose and Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
So it's starting to get deep, and then Nick Nemeth coming from WWE. Will this be his way back into WWE? For a pay-per-view or some type of appearance? Does he come with his brother?
Mm-hmm.
Do we see somebody like a Josh Alexander showing up at NXT? Especially now that another appearance that was made that night with Ethan Page showing up and jumping Swerve Strickland. Josh Alexander and Ethan Page being former tag team champions in Impact and in TNA. So, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot that can happen between those two. So between NXT and TNA. So it's going to be interesting to watch. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. I just hope they don't find a way to mess that up.
Well, if you had to book it, are you going to put over Jordan?
No. I say Roxanne Perez keeps her belt and then comes over to TNA and tries to take her belt, because it'd be different if it were champion versus champion. I mean, right. Literally, where both titles were up. Then I would say Jordan Grace takes the NXT Women's Championship back to TNA, and then Roxanne goes to get it, because she would have both belts. But I don't. I mean, it still could happen that way. But being that it's only one belt it's only one belt being defended, I would say Roxanne retains, and then Roxanne goes over to TNA and tries to get the TNA title.
Now, Sumo, take everything you just said and apply the new scuttlebutt. There's word on the street that we are extremely close to a mid-card women's championship. So
a mid-card women's championship in NXT?
On WWE, period. Not sure how it's going to work. They haven't, told us a particular.
Because they've already announced that night with Sexy Red that the NXT North American, the women's North American championship is going to be is going to start up, and they've already put together matches for an eventual ladder match to take place for whoever the winner is going to be. So
yeah, but what if this, let's say Jordan does win the belt, and then it goes over there, and Roxanne goes over and loses in TNA, so they have to create a new belt because Jordan Grace has it. But then Jordan decides, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this belt and start traveling over to Raw. Yeah, I'm going to go to SmackDown, and then they may rebrand it as a different thing and change the look of it. But this could be an interbrand championship, something that's never done before for the women. And it could go between all four brands defending the belt. So that gives somebody, somebody new, like Naomi will be a great person that could carry that belt. She's already been in TNA. They know her.
Right. Been in TNA, yeah.
Yep.
So
she could travel with that.
But let's not get too ahead of ourselves, because I mean they're only dealing with NXT at the moment. I mean something would have to be really big, would have to happen before it goes into the main roster. I think
that's the MO right now. The Triple H era. This is the MO. Honestly, it would make more sense if it was, things could have been lasted a little bit longer for the Undertaker streak to end in this era than when it happened. Because so many shocking things are coming out. So many, going against the grains and, mentioning this and this person is showing up. We know Vince would never, ever, 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 unless he owns them, would never have somebody from another brand come on over and just show up and get TV time and a mic.
Because if they do take it to the main roster, who the first ones that has to go over are off of the main roster.
Jade Cargill's going to get it.
No.
Who?
No.
Who are you thinking? Charlotte? No. Well, actually,
Anderson, Gallows, and AJ.
You talking about for the men? I'm still on the men's. Okay, but actually,
I'm talking about if they take it as far as sending main roster people over and not just NXT, you take the OC over there and have them go against the system.
Yeah. Well, that's still a good way, because Mia Yim could also go back home. It'd be a homecoming for her. She could take that championship and run with it and breathe some life into her career. So, it opens opportunities for more women to have more exposure, and then gives the NXT the ability to move people into that, because that champion will come through and cycle through NXT at some point. So, I mean, the sky's the limit. I'm hoping that Jordynne Grace wins it just for the shakeup, because, she shows up, she's going to do great, but we talk about Brock Lesnar-esque walking into the ring, and, no disrespect to Roxanne, but yeah, you're going to take some bumps.
Suplex City!
That's right. So, actually, congratulations to us. Good job, guys. We spent about 35 minutes talking about women and only objectified them a little bit. I feel pretty good about ourselves. We've grown. We may actually potentially be good people in society for the next 5 minutes. Speaking of the next 5 minutes and contracts expiring, Chad Gable is on the expiration block. Ricochet, you go and have it up. Ricochet is on the expiration block. Could we see those two go to the other side? Because we're seeing people come over or allegedly coming back home to WWE. Cody has started the return home train, but vice versa. We got two people that could really make a difference in AEW if they were to go, and Tony Khan wouldn't Tony Khan himself. And gave them an opportunity. So what's your thoughts? I know on a TV show we talked about Ricochet, but that wrinkle about Chad Gable is also there. Thank you. So what's your feelings?
I could see. Go ahead, KJ.
You go ahead.
No, but like I said, I could see Ricochet doing very well in AEW, because he's got a lot of former opponents that he could revisit, that a lot of folks have not seen. And in my opinion, Ricochet has actually been held back a little bit. And like Will Ospreay was saying in his interview about Ricochet is not the Ricochet of PWG. He's not the Ricochet of New Japan. He's not the Ricochet of even Lucha Underground.
He's not the Ricochet that Triple H has wanted in WWE forever. Really, the Cruiserweight Classic, to be honest with you, was created for Ricochet.
I don't doubt that. Just like the Speed Championship was made for Ricochet.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know, but and I would love to see Ricochet in NXT against Will Ospreay again
AEW.
because they AEW. I would love to see Ricochet get back together with Swerve Strickland. You know, I'd like to see him with Orange Cassidy. I even want to, like I said on the other show, I would like to see him see what he does with an Isaiah Cassidy. You know, so I mean, it's a lot of guys over there that Ricochet could really pair up with very well and do very well with. Chad Gable, I can see him in AEW as well.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine Chad Gable coming into AEW and getting into it with somebody like, or going to Ring of Honor? Start off with Ring of Honor, right?
Yep.
Have him go up against the premier athletes, Tony Nese and Josh Woods and those guys, and needing some help, needing some backup. And who does he call on? But the former Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, the world's greatest tag team.
Yep.
The union that we have always wanted in WWE, Team Angle and American Alpha together as one unit
with the same theme song. That'd be exciting, but I wouldn't want him to go. But if he did, again, if Tony Khan didn't Tony Khan himself, those possibilities would make sense. Not only that, but you could just have him go in, and now you have somebody that could have a solid half a year program with Samoa Joe. Again, somebody else that, AAA talent that is just, now we're not using them. What do we do with Joe?
And then let's not forget the women's side. You got somebody else that's whose contract ended today. That's a free agent right now.
The man. Might it be the Becky Lynch?
Miss Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
Is now a free agent. And there's a whole lot of money from a lot of different directions coming her way, talking about making her the highest paid woman in professional wrestling right now.
Somebody gonna have an issue with that. Hold on. Will Ospreay and who else was it? And everybody else doing the
Umino,
yeah. But that would be, it'd be crazy interesting if she signed over at AEW. But ironically, next to Bayley, the last one to get the biggest push out of the 4 horsewomen would be the one that would move the needle the most in AEW. Because the matchup I would immediately have her show up is the walkout on Britt Baker. That would be a promo masterclass right there. Those two going at it, and I would stretch that out long term. I would not give that like they normally do. Next pay-per-view, stretch that out.
And they're probably saving Britt because even though Britt's been hurt, they're probably saving Britt to see if that can happen.
Yeah, she's been training with DDP. She looks solid, man. There's been some memes that she looked more fit than Adam Cole, baby. But that would be something. But let me give you all a fun fact, because this came through the X-verse, and I was like, oh man, that is actually true. The Anoa'i family has main evented WrestleMania 17 out of 40 WrestleManias. 17. So just to give you the breakdown, Yokozuna in WrestleMania 9, Yokozuna in WrestleMania 10. The Rock went from 15 to 15, 16, 17, 28, 29. Roman did, this is disrespectful, did 31, 32, 33, 34, 37, 38, 39. Him and The Rock did 40. And then Reigns did 40 again on night 2. 17. That's the pure definition of dynasty. It used to be the Hart family was the established, dynasty that everybody knew that was like, man, that's come out the dungeon, that's just goated. Now, if you are part of the sperm shots from anybody from the Anoa'i family or the fetal wonders coming out from maybe a Tamina down the road, or somebody else, they are dominating the business as a whole.
I gotta say this. The reason why everybody went to the Hart family as the established dynasty, because you didn't know that everybody that was linked. We thought Yokozuna was Japanese, man.
Let's not even talk about that. I'm so mad about that. That's worse than me finding out that it wasn't Keith Lee in Atlanta going to restaurants. I'm still mad about that, man. Like, man, Keith Lee. I'm like, really? Where's he at, man? Stalking his daggone page. Ain't seen Keith Lee at a restaurant at all. Like, it's some BS.
But that's why, and I still think if you have to rank wrestling dynasties, I still got to say you got the Hart family 1, but 1A is the Anoa'i family. And then 1B has got to be Von Erichs.
Yeah.
The only thing Von Erichs didn't have was longevity, but they still were successful.
Well, you got the Ortons too.
Who
else we got? Who else we got? Sumo.
Hold on. I mean,
I guess what's the definition of
how
dynasty?
can you not? Well, I'm not even going there. I'm just saying, how do you not put the Anoa'i family at 1 right now? I mean, think about all the out of all the Hart family, out of the whole Hart family, how many world champions did you have?
Well, here's the thing I could kind of understand within that is that the major difference is the Anoa'i family is just like, a plague. They're just a lot of them. But the Hart dynasty was training the industry. If folks were coming through the dungeon, getting trained.
So is the Anoa'i family.
Yeah.
So you're saying Alpha and Sika didn't bring out people?
No.
Alpha and Sika didn't train people.
I'm just saying that.
This is how
depending on what point that started, Stu was doing it for a long time.
True.
So
I
don't know if we had to look at the longevity of when those schools started. Stu, I think, predates Alpha and Sika.
But you have to look at it like this.
They do.
Alpha and Sika took care of the South. The Hart family and the dungeon took care of the North. That's how it was. And then in the Midwest, that was the Von Erichs. So those are the 3. I think those are your 3 top families right there. And what order you want to put them in now? If you want to get down to semantics,
there's a lot of factors. That's a rabbit hole. We could take a whole show on, to be honest.
Because I mean, if you want to talk about that, to answer your question that I kind of skipped over a little bit. I mean, like Cody said, wrestling has more than one royal family. You got the Grahams. You've got out of Florida. You got the Grahams. You got the Rhodes family. You can't go without talking about Dusty, Dustin, and Cody. I mean, they all 3 have trained people over the course of wrestling history, and that are people that are wrestlers that are wrestling right now between the 3 of them that they've trained. So, there's plenty of other families out there. I mean, you can even go into Jerry Lawler's family tree.
Yeah.
Because Jerry Lawler has a family tree out there with the Honky Tonk Man as his actual blood cousin and whatnot. So I mean, it's plenty of them out there. The Jarrett family. So I mean,
yeah.
Can't forget about I guess what used to be the number one family, or you can still argue with this, but the McMahon family. You still got, that super lineage as well.
but when you compare the Hart family and the Anawahi family, even though the Hart family is very accomplished and is widespread, I still got to give the Duke to the Anawahi family. There's a lot of them out there. There are a lot of Harts out there, but you got to give it to the Anawahi family.
I can't argue.
All right. Well, let's see it while you're giving props. Let's go ahead and see if you're going to give props over at AEW. Something I didn't think we would see. We talked about it 2 years ago. But Lio Rush wrestled a singles match at AEW.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck is going on? That, in my opinion, out of everybody they brought in from New Japan, that is the most notable. Well, outside of Will Ospreay, I'd say that's the one I think moved the needle social media wise more than anybody else. Especially
First of all, I got to say that gauntlet match they had for to determine the number one contender for the Swerve Strickland's title. That was a great gauntlet match, and the people that they had in it, top notch. I enjoyed that match. Now going back to Leo, I don't know if you've noticed, and as anybody that has watched this show knows, I gave Leo a whole lot of heat, but he turned me once he went to New Japan, and he switched up his whole attitude over there in New Japan. And now that he has revamped this Black Heart gimmick that he has,
mm-hmm.
and I don't know if y'all have watched it or anybody has seen it, but you need to go back. You need to go into YouTube and you need to look. I mean, I didn't realize that this gimmick goes back to like 2021. I thought this was just something that he came up with recently. But there is film of him back in 2021 kind of working on this gimmick. And it's like a cross between
the Boogeyman and the Demon.
Yeah, I was gonna say old school Finn Balor, like before WWE Finn Balor, Prince Devitt. It's like a cross between him and the Boogeyman, really. And I mean, he pulls that thing off wonderfully.
Oh my God! Can you believe this?
It's a beautiful. No.
Well, you said the same thing about Leo. You said
I did say the same thing about Leo, but Rich Swann got a long way to go before he gets to where I am with Leo Rush.
All it took Leo was 2 years. So who knows? Rich Swann can come back to WWE.
He needs to go to Japan. Maybe he needs to go to New Japan, but it is a possibility. But yeah, this thing that Leo Rush is doing, that's probably why AEW looked at him and was like, bring him in, because he's been doing so much in the independents.
Yep.
With this Blackheart character, and to eventually bring that Blackheart character in and maybe put him together with the House of Black in some way.
The House of Black. Oh yeah.
Well, the way things are going, if they go with what they were talking about going, they're probably gonna put, because Buddy Matthews and Malachi Black are supposed to be leaving.
Mm-hmm.
That would leave Brody King. So for him, for Brody King to get together with Adam Copeland and maybe bring in Leo Rush for the House of Brood, as they're talking about, that would be, and maybe bring in Abaddon to that mix.
I would change it up though. What's your thoughts about this? Instead of Edge, I would bring in the Lucha Brothers, and that would break up that triangle. They would turn on Pac, and that would be the straw, and then now they've joined the House of Black.
Now they need the Death Triangle for the trios thing. The trios division is keeping AEW afloat, in my opinion, right now.
Well, hold on, brother. We got it. Well, I'm gonna hit this, and then we got a special play, a special team, special play that we need to round this up with. Sketch it. Final question of the show, and this is a big one. Now that the bidding war of 2024 is over, we have the answer to the question. MJF is all in, all elite. Does this mean that all the issues that everybody's been complaining about viewership-wise is over? Because we didn't have the dip. They didn't go in the toilet until MJF was on the shelf. That's when you saw that instant.
I think they still got a way to go. They're gonna have to reestablish MJF into the fold. He's been gone a while. And he can't do anything with Adam Cole because Adam Cole still hasn't been cleared. That's why they did what they did with him in the ring. Mm-hmm. Had MJF take him out, and you didn't see him anymore because you didn't even see Undisputed Kingdom come out to help him.
Nope.
So
who's he go against? Is you gonna put him versus Swerve?
Not yet. You can't put him. You can't do that yet.
I don't want to take the belt off Swerve.
They doing enough to bury Swerve now. He doesn't need any help getting buried.
Exactly. And that's tragic.
So they don't need to put him. They don't need to put the title on him yet. Who could they put him against?
That's the good question. Edge can have. I'm sorry, Edge and MJF. MJF would eat him alive in promo.
He has. MJF hasn't had a secondary title yet. So why not put him up against Will Ospreay? I say Will Ospreay.
Okay.
Have him go against Will Ospreay for the international title. And let him get him a belt or get him in contention for a belt, and give him somebody that he can do promos with, and that would be Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
Christian, I would say no, not at this point, because Christian is too entrenched in the world title picture.
But he's got so much that he can offer from a promo standpoint, and for MJF,
true,
he's got, he can sink his teeth into that whole group. The patriarchy, he could go, up and down with that group. He can, take out was not Luchasaurus now. What's he calling them now? Whatever. Luchasaurus.
Kill switch.
Yeah. He could take him out. He could grab what's his name's mom and just lay a nice little big old smooch on her and take her out the picture and just work his way down the patriarchy till he gets to Christian. But that's at least 4 or 5 months, or maybe three or four months worth of storyline that you could tell that would be compelling television to lead to, the finale and more pay-per-view buys. So that's why I thought about Christian. You don't have people.
I wouldn't want to do that with Christian unless MJF has a title.
Well, I would want Christian to be the champion.
Right. That's why you would do that. You would have him go against Will Ospreay. Ospreay winds up losing the title to MJF. Then Christian comes in to try to take that belt from him because he hasn't had that belt yet.
Mm-hmm.
Have him do everything that you're talking about doing. He loses the title to Christian. And then after a while, he goes back after the world title. But by that time, Adam Cole may be back. So he still has to get his receipt from Adam Cole.
But Adam Cole's stock has dwindled, and it's not even because of the injury, in my opinion. It's just in general because of misuse. So I wouldn't even care about him get his receipt in a normal one-on-one match as a major program. Just let it just be a confrontation and a tag match. You know what I'm saying? Adam Cole gets pinned, and we move on.
But now you got to think about it, though. You got to think about it, because if he goes against Adam Cole, that brings in Roderick Strong. That brings in Wardlow, because they haven't done really much with Wardlow either. So that helps Wardlow out.
I think Wardlow would turn. Wardlow's not going to face MJF. Wardlow's going to turn. And if you do it right, you can put the fire back and the spotlight back on Wardlow. And it won't even be, he just aligning himself with MJF just because MJF is going to have something on him that he has no choice, but he has to comply. He's blackmailed, and that's why he's doing what he's doing.
Well, they do have a history. So
yeah,
that could happen.
Got that other history, but, just bring something out there, something major. Like, remember, you did something in your past. It was a car accident or, something that, I know about. I got this document. You need to do what I tell you to do type of thing. And you could almost recreate MJF versus Cody that way.
Yeah, it's possible.
And, MJF is a lot of right some wrongs if they do it right.
There's a lot of ways they can go with it. I like mine better, but it is. It is what it is.
As long as they do something, because you may be paying him a boatload of money, but if the company goes under because he can't hold it up himself.
But that's why you put all these people in with the tattoo was a little much.
I think that's a gimmick.
But you put MJF in these positions against these people to give them the MJF rub.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we really talking about? We're talking about Wardlow getting the rub because he needs it.
Yep.
We're talking about putting together some good matches that MJF can sink his teeth into, like a Roderick Strong.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Cole needing the rub, like you said, and I'm sure they will be able to put together some good matches once Adam Cole gets to 100%. You give him another look by giving him another belt that's not the world title.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm in agreement. He needs to become a collector. I was just having the thought as you was talking. I would also have him do an angle where he retires Jericho. He could actually. That's the belt he should get. Come on now.
No.
Come on now.
No.
For the world?
First of all,
he can reclaim what that belt is.
MJF doesn't need to be the one to retire Jericho.
I wouldn't have to be. It's kayfabe. Jericho's going to come back, but let there be a shock and awe retirement. He retires Jericho. If you lose, you're out because Jericho's moving away from collision commentary. Daddy Ange is in, all that stuff. But he retires Jericho, takes the FTW belt, brings it back to what it's supposed to be called, because he's going to be the only one that can get around with saying the F word. And that's his new Dynamite Diamond. And then he can help out Hook. You want to sit on the learning tree, Hook? I'm the guy. Taz will be pissed. You can incorporate Taz. Hey, don't listen to MJF. He's turning you into this son. You know what I'm saying? This could be turning Hook into the Dominic of AEW. So that gives him more.
But that's what they're doing that's what they're going to do with Samoa Joe. I like the Hook Samoa Joe thing better than I would.
Samoa Joe doesn't need Hook. It's babysitting.
Hook needs Samoa Joe.
Hook does, but Joe watered down just to be, come on, kid, hang with me. If anybody should be paired with Hook, it should be somebody from ECW.
Well, Samoa Joe is. Well, no, he wasn't. He was never with ECW.
Yeah, TNA.
He wasn't with ECW. He was in TNA
and all that stuff. But somebody, or his dad manages him. He needs that ECW feel, and then what he also needs to do is figure out how CM Punk put all that muscle on. Same thing with Dominic. Go somewhere, bulk up, come back, look incredible.
Hook needs somebody to show him. He doesn't need somebody to show him how to be hardcore. He needs somebody to show him how to be a shooter.
His dad.
And Samoa Joe.
I still think that's a waste of Joe. KG, chime in. You haven't said anything. I know we're supposed to be wrapping it up, but apparently,
I'm listening.
We trading blows here.
Look, when two elephants get to fighting, don't nothing get hurt but the grass. So I ain't even trying to be the grass. I'm just trying to sit here and let y'all go for it.
Well, we'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, the way the tea leaves are reading, Tony Khan's going to flub it up. So it's not like we got anything to really worry about. But
we at least got all in. So,
we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, with MJF back, in my opinion, I think that this is picked up, unintended. KG, what's your thoughts before we wrap up and head out on MJF coming back? You didn't talk about that.
It was needed, surprisingly, but I thought he was actually going to jump ship. So,
yeah, MJF on Netflix would have been a beautiful thing. That's all I'm saying. So, at the end of the day, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us. TV thing we already knocked out. We went hardcore and covered a lot. Not as crazy as I thought we was going to get, but James and looking for the thongs for Sexy Red. I mean, that's crazy enough.
No, I wouldn't do any type of fabric that injustice.
You want to buy that her outfit on the auction.
Maybe some barbed wire.
Okay. Well, whatever your fetish is, she may show up. So
you will give her a barbed wire thong and give her a bubble bomb.
Oh God. She may just show up. Then she'll be like, okay, Sumo, go ahead and put it on me, Sumo. What you gonna say? Ski ye. All right, then.
Oh my Lord.
Mm-hmm. Don't try to lie. Don't try to lie.
No.
If she came popped up over there and had the little
Boogeyman can give it to us, so that way he can bite off whatever that is on her face.
Hey, she's a little darker skinned, complected.
And before we leave, and I know we're running long, but I got to say this.
That's what she said. But go ahead.
You ain't it. Oh. If anybody watched SmackDown last night and saw AJ Styles pull a Mark Henry. I was so proud. I was so happy. I was so happy when that happened. And then I was about to cry, really, because and then for Mark Henry to get on X and be like, "Well done, son. Well done, AJ." Because I knew something was going to happen when I saw him come out in that Carolina blue suit.
Yep.
I was like, "Wait a minute. This seems familiar." And then for him to, oh my God, it was like they took the same script and just gave it to him. Be like, "Yeah, here's the blueprint. Run with it.
Do it. And then bring in Cody to rope him in. Cody playing the role of Jonathan Cena. So, woo, I'm tired. KG tired. We know Dario probably fell asleep because, all his friends going to be like, "We heard you denouncing Sexy Red and all the girls and couldn't name Serena Williams as, your number one booty." So, he going to have to talk.
Dario might get canceled.
Yeah, he may get canceled. It's going to be
young,
crucial.
man. He young.
He going to get blocked on GTA. They're going to be like, "Nah, dog. You can't do this mission. Go ahead. We're going to refund your shark cash. We're going to have to let you out of here." So, for the Nubian Sumo, big guy KG, Dario, and the left and the right side of Sexy Red's buttocks, diversify your bonds.
Konnichiwa, bitches.